Hello there, and welcome to the newspaper review here on TAF TV. Of course, we are the streets of Port Harcourt at the newspaper stand. Of course, this is where we analyze and dissect trending and catchy headlines every day. My name is Obed Jerry, your host for today. It's a new week, and while you go about your businesses, while you go about on the go, please do well to subscribe. Follow us across all our social media platforms. Turn on the notification button so that when we drop videos like this, you get to receive it. Alright, let's look into the papers for the day and know the headlines that are making rounds on the newspapers. Alright, let's look into the newspapers for today. We'll be starting with the Vanguard newspaper. Today being 22nd, Monday, January 2024. We see at the top story here reads, Police recruitment apathy. Abia government orders mayors, monarchs to demobilize youth. Details is found on page 14. Niger Delta youths move to shut down 4 flow stations. Details is found on page 12. Third anniversary, Hares Energy celebrates significant milestones in production. Others. Details is found on page 8 also of the Vanguard newspaper. We see here the banner story reads, How abuse of ways and means worsened inflation. Sub-story under that reads, Further rise expected in Q1 of 2024. Another sub-story under that reads, More controversy trails securitization of ways and means. Lastly, under that, we see economists, analysts caution federal government over CBN's act. Right, still on the newspapers, you see here Abia Radio TV invasion, BON, NUJ, NGE, Carpet Police. Details is found on page 8. We see lastly on the Vanguard newspaper, we see AFCON, Super Eagles target Group A top shot. Details is found on page 39. That's all be taken on the Vanguard newspaper. Now let's move on to the Punch newspaper. We see at the top story here reads, Dangote Refinery plans supply of 150,000 IPAN stations. Details is found on page 28. Foreign medical, school bills go up to $1.5 billion in 6 months, says CBN. Details is found on page 11. Tinubu panel asks states to suspend low revenue taxes. Details is found on page 11. We see how the main story here reads, Kidnapping epidemic, banks enabling rapid growth of abduction industries, says experts. Sub-story under that reads, Nigerians demand more from Tinubu security chiefs. Abuja family confirms ransom payment. Details is found on page 2, 4, and 5 of the Punch newspaper. We see here a sad story reads, Goods destroy as fire God's 10-story Lagos market building. We could see pictures of the building where the fire service had to intervene, but we could see a lot has been destroyed. Details is found on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. We see at the bottom story it reads, Withdraw special forces from Bayelsa, D retails IG. Details is found on page 9. Benin Ore Expressway, kidnappers freed my father after 3 million naira ransom, says son. Details is found on page 5, 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Panic as gas pipeline explodes in Rivers community. The details is found on page 5, and that's all be taken on the Punch newspaper. Lastly, on the national dailies for today, we'll be looking at the Daily Sun newspaper. We'll see at the top story it reads, Blame parents for illegal degree awarding universities, says NUC. Sub-story under that reads, One varsities will lose accreditation if they cheat. Details is found on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. We see here the main story here reads, More job loses Loom. Sub-story under that reads, Multinational'S exit. I take that again. Multinational'S exit put federal government's 3 trillion naira tax revenue. Thousands of jobs at risk. Sub-story again under that reads, More firms may exit soon, says report. Details is found on page 2 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Alright, we see here Edo Guba aspirants defy Oshomole, vow to contest popularity. Sub-story under that reads, Edo Central leaders threaten boycott as party abandons zoning. Details is found on page 27 of the Daily Sun newspaper. IPOB leaders case, family decries Supreme Court's non-release of CTC. Details is found on page 29. NDLEA intercepts 1,274 parcels of cocaine. Colorado in Lagos, 5.6 million opioid pills in Kano. Details is found on page 4, and that's a very active one from the LDLEA angle. Alright, still on the newspapers, we see here Tinubu calls for review of global tax system, affirms commitment to multilateralism. Details is found on page 25. Enugu government seals multi-million-dollar deal for entertainment, sports cities. Sub-story that reads, Governor Mba says state safe. I take that again. Governor Mba says state safest for living investment. This is found on page 27. We see lastly on the Daily Sun it reads, editors hail judge for voiding provision empowering NBC to find TV, radio stations. This is found on page 6, and that's all we'll be taking on the Daily Sun newspaper. Right, that's all we'll be taking on the national dailies for today. Let's get to see the reactions and thoughts and opinions of people on the streets. Let's hear what they have to say concerning the papers for today. Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I would like your opinion on this story on the Daily Sun that says IPOB leaders case, family decries Supreme Court's non-release of CTC.
Okay, the matter here beyond the Nigeria government. Okay. So Nigeria government cannot, they don't have the capacity again to judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So even the previous case, the previous that is the trial. So it is illegal. So what they are doing now is just they don't even obey the law. They don't have in Nigeria now. They don't have any law. They don't have any law that is guiding them. Everybody is doing anything is like you can do. As far as you are a politician, you can do anything you like. So Nigeria government now, they don't have any capacity to judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they only keeping him there. Though Biafra is already at hand. So we are waiting for the day that they will announce Biafra. Even Nigeria government know that Biafra is already here. So that is the whole thing. They are not going to judge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case again. They don't have any capacity again to judge him.
Okay, but what do you think is the reason why the Supreme Court does not want to release that certified true copy?
They know that if they release the copy, everything will be out. All the whole thing they have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be out. So they don't. That's why they don't want to release the copy, because they must fair, as they are continue to fair. They must fair again. That is the reason why they don't have the evidence to judge him. That's the whole thing.
So let's say in an instance, let's say they finally release the CTC copy, and then let's say they judge his case and find out that he is to be released, and they declare that he is to be released. Do you think he would be released if there are chances for him to be released? Do you think? Remember the last time the Supreme Court gave a go-ahead for him to be released, and he wasn't.
They cannot release him because they know if they release him, he will declare immediately. But they are not going to release him. That is the whole thing. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released by force, whether they like it or not. If they continue to keeping him there, that's the whole problem that Nigeria is facing now. Keeping him there is wasting of their time. They are just wasting their time. And the more they keep him there, the more problem that Nigeria is creating for themselves. So they are not going to release him, but he must be released by force.
But I feel like the reason why the release is taking too much time, or the court trial is taking too much time, is because Nigeria is facing a whole lot of problems that is far more, maybe should I say, important than that case at the moment. Don't you see it that way?
No other important thing about no any other important thing than this Biafran issue. No other thing that is more important in this country, Nigeria, that is more important than Biafra. All the whole problem is about Biafra. So, but whether they like it or not, Biafra must come. Biafra must come, and Biafra is here already. So That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Welcome, sir. I would like your thoughts on the Daily Sun that says more job losses, more job loses Loom, multinationals exit.
Okay, I want to say that the headline really captured the minds of what is happening in Nigeria. That people are losing their jobs, and they are predicting that more people will lose their job, and more job losses will increase. And what are the causes of these job losses? You can see there are many things that causes it. You think of the economy is down. What is the cause of this bad economy? Go to our localities, there is no light because of power. Many companies are folding, and this is having effect on the jobs we are getting. The place I'm living, even like I'm talking with you now, for more than 5 months, there is no light. At Chokocho here, Chokocho, River State here, for more than 5 good months, no light. So if company multinationals are there, where will they go? They will go. Okay, think of the little business I'm doing at Tumokoro. Okay, if not for the grace that some individuals started empowering us with this solar system, it could have taken us away from the job.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So we are asking that let the government do something about power, because with the power, those multinationals will begin to come. The ones that are living, they would like to even come back, but because of one, taxation, the other one, power, and insecurity, these are the causes of why we are losing jobs in Nigeria, and it's having much effect on us, the citizens. Thank you. This is my intake. Let the government put eye on the power system, because that's where the companies are living. That's the reason why they are living, because there is no ease of doing business in Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
I would like your thoughts on the Punch newspaper that says banks enabling rapid growth of abduction industry.
Well, the bank that you are talking about, first of all, my name is Mr. Kenneth Ojoko.
Okay, sir.
I'm from Enugu State, and I'm living in River State here. According to what I see in this country, federal government to attack complaining about banks is never be the necessary. It's not the problem of this country. You understand me? Federal government supposed to look about themselves before they start complaining about other people. Bank is the people that are keeping our money intact, and I have never seen somebody to go bank and withdraw money. They tell him that there is no money. You understand me?
Because it's your money.
Because it's my money. If the federal government and the Central Bank of Nigeria doesn't issue money for them, they can't have enough to give people, because the money and you keep it in the bank can never reach others to collect and for you to collect. Federal government is supposed to support them and empower them with money so that they have enough for their work, but they couldn't do it. They only based on themselves. You understand? So federal government should know what they do about it. Stop to attack a bank. You understand me? Because if federal government be serious for their work, even we masses being the son of this country, I don't think that we will be suffering. We are suffering too much. You understand? I didn't sign what the federal government is telling bank. So let them change themselves.
Okay, and you know that there is insecurity in the country. There is kidnapping here and there. Now they are blaming banks because some banks are receiving ransom, like if they kidnap somebody and say pay social amount, so people use their accounts to receive it.
Yes, there is insecurity, quite all right. But who causes it? It's federal government. Why? Because no work on this country. Can you see here and there graduates driving Okada graduate being conductor. Is it what this country is supposed to produce? No. They have to issue work, bring out work. People will be working. When I have a work, can you expect me to go and kidnap person? You can't expect me to be busy. I will be busy doing my work, but there is no work. So if they say people kidnapping, they are the cost. Let federal government issue work for people. Kidnapping will stop. Everything will be easy for this country. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
I would like your thoughts on the Daily Sun newspaper that says more job loses Loom. Multinational'S exit, put federal government 3 trillion tax.
Well, that is true because when you look at Nigeria presently now, you can see that nothing is going well again. Unlike before, unlike 60s, 70s, nothing again. Look at Share now planning to move, final. When you go to Transamadi in Port Harcourt, you discover that most of the companies, Dunlop, all those, they have all gone. Insecurity, in fact, many things. This is not even moving well at all. And the government is not helping matters. Government is not helping matters. Look at how people are suffering, trekking from long distance. People committing suicide. You can imagine a whole banker committing suicide because of because of bad economy. So this is not moving well. A whole Share leaving Nigeria where they have the highest oil production in Africa. Share is pulling out. Many companies have left. So, well, it's not a surprising thing now that most oil companies are pulling out, and other companies, most of them have already left.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the indigents of Nigerians are really suffering. Hunger, no money, nothing at all. The rich get richer, especially the politicians. They get richer every day. They keep embezzling public funds, which is not good. They will promise heaven and earth, but once they are there, we are nothing to them again. My brother,
thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where we draw our curtains for today. You've heard the contributions, the opinions, and the analysis that people that we met on the streets had to say about the headlines that have been making rounds on the papers. Whatever opinion that you have, or whatever counter opinions that you have, or anything you have to add to what has been said here, please slide into our comment section and drop your comments in the comment section. Like I said earlier, subscribe, turn on the notification button, follow us across all our social media platforms. My name is Obed Jerry, your host for today, and this has been the newspaper review here on TAV TV. See you next time.